masculinity is about, because like imagine this, right? You've got a guy who is, he helps his father around, and he's doting on his father and mother, and he is nothing if but obedient to their requests. But he's getting to that age where he's hitting his own stride, and he's starting to see his parents kind of slow down a little bit, but he still listens, right? And but are we going to say that guy's not a man? It's like, he's like, well, I'm going to go and take care of that. I'm going to do my dad's lawn or whatever because he's getting up in age and he can't do it on his own, and I'm going to help my mom with the cooking because I know she can't do it as well as she can. Is that guy not a man?
Well, no, I think in that case, that's... By the way, I think you're shaking the whole table. I think that's a little different because what we're talking about when we say grow up, we're talking about people who appear to have never developed the ability to live their own life and make their decisions for themselves.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that is literally, there are people that I look at that don't live with their parents that I think that about. Where I'm like, oh yeah, you went from one job to another, you never really got to explore, you never got to. And there are people that look at me and are like, you never really buckled down in any profession, you never, you spent your youth on the road and you weren't putting down roots, and they'd be like, oh yeah, you got to grow up. And I don't think I could comfortably say, well, those people didn't, get to experience their masculinity, or I'm not experiencing mine for that matter, or whatever. I think there's got to be some underlying idea behind it all. And that's kind of where the passion thing comes in, right? Because if you're passionate about going to work at a 9 to 5 when you're 18 and making your own money and getting your own place, congratulations. You've struck out on your own, and you have hit your manhood. And it's going to be a rough ride. You are going to be learning and developing and changing. And what you believe when you're 23 will be infinitely different, hopefully, when you're 50, right? Or when you're 34, right? If I would have met me at 22 as I am right now, if I walked down the street and I met this guy, I would have no doubt. He at 22, he's already come back from the war. He's, looking for college. At that point, I'd look at him and I'd be like, "You're a man. You are not a cultivated man. You are not. You are rambunctious. You are too headstrong. You're cocky. You're overly aggressive when you don't need to be. Right? You're swinging and fucking at everything that moves. You calm down, but like I wouldn't have any doubt that that's a man. He's not refined, and I think masculinity changes. But I think and if somebody asks, well, why is he a man if he's not refined and he's not disciplined? He's not disciplined, and he's as aggressive as he is, and he's as rambunctious as he is. Like, why is he a man? And if I had to answer that at this age, I'd say, well, he's a man because he's trying to survive on his own, and he's got enough passion and he's got enough piss and vinegar in him that he's going to find a way to survive one way or another, or he's going to attempt to survive. Even if he fails, he's still going to go out there and he's still going to hook and jab and swing as much as I would in my age. Differently, but he's still trying to be self-reliant, and he's still trying to grow.
So we both seem to have this idea that independence is a fundamental attribute of masculinity.
Yeah, and I think we can both agree that independence looks very different, right? Like we both just conceded we would not call that son who takes care of his parents and doesn't, and listens to what their word is. We don't say that guy's not a man. He is a man in the construct to which he is present, just like we were men in the construct we were presented.